Hi there. When I was a few years younger, I used to be a teacher librarian. That's somebody who sits in the library and makes sure all the books are in order and orders books so that the children coming into the library find books of interest that they want to do research with or read. For a while, I had kindergartens and grade 1s and grade 2s coming into my classroom. And one of the books I loved to read to them was a book called Swimmy by Lionni. Do you see that little black fish there? That's Swimmy. And the book is all about how Swimmy taught all the other birds, the fish rather, see them there, all the other fish, things about how to live. It's a beautiful little book. So there's Swimmy, and he's swimming at the bottom of the ocean, and you see the ferns, look at how beautiful they are. A happy school of little fish lived in a corner of the sea somewhere. They were all red. Only one of them was as black as a mussel shell. He swam faster than his brothers and sisters. His name was Swimmy. So there's Swimmy in the school of fish. They call it a school, which really means it's just a lot of fish of the same kind that swim together, like a herd of sheep or a flock of geese. One bad day, a tuna fish, swift, fierce, and very hungry, came darting through the waves. In one gulp, he swallowed all the little red fish. Only Swimmy escaped. See the big fish eating all the little fish, and Swimmy's down below. The big fish eats the little fish by opening up its mouth wide and breathing in. And all the fish get pulled in. He swam away in the deep, wet world. He was scared, lonely, and very sad. Poor Swimmy, all by himself. No more school of fish to hide with. Not that he could hide because he was black, right? But the sea was full of wonderful creatures, and as he swam from marvel to marvel, Swimmy was happy again. He saw a medusa made of rainbow jelly. Medusa, you must have to realize, is another name for a jellyfish. See it over here? That's the jellyfish. And there's Swimmy all by himself still. A lobster who walked about like a water moving machine. That's another animal, another creature that was in the bottom of the sea. That's what I was trying to think of. Another creature at the bottom of the sea. Obviously doesn't look like Swimmy. There were all kinds of strange fish pulled by an invisible thread. A forest of seaweeds growing from sugar candy rocks. See Swimmy? Way down there. See? There was also an eel whose tail was almost too far away to remember. Imagine, Swimmy is so big, and there's the eel. Swimmy was lost, though, and see anemones who looked like pink palm trees swaying in the wind. You see all of these things when you go to the aquarium. And you see all the fish swimming in amongst all the corals and the anemones and the sea plants. Then, hidden in the dark shade of rocks and weeds, he saw a school of fish just like his own. "Let's go and swim and play and see things," he said happily. "We can't," said the little red fish. "The big fish will eat us all." "But you can't just lie there," said Swimmy. "We must think of something." See all the fish here? See all the red fish? And there's Swimmy trying to talk to them. I wonder what he's going to do. Swimmy thought and thought and thought. Then suddenly he said, "I have it! We're going to swim all together like the biggest fish in the sea." He taught them to swim close together, each in his own place. And look! You see the shape? What does that shape look like? A big fish. That's right. And when they had learned to swim like one giant fish, he said, "I'll be the eye of the fish." See? Now the big fish will be afraid. They don't know that that's a bunch of fish. They only see the outline, and the eye is black. And so they swam in the cool morning water and in the midday sun and chased the big fish away. The end. So Swimmy was smart enough to figure out how they could hide from the big fish. There's a big word that scientists use. It's called camouflage. Do you know other ways in which animals camouflage themselves from other creatures, animals and birds and fish and everything on the planet? Some of them have ways to camouflage themselves. See if you can find some pictures. Bye!